Ryan, and I am finally doing my first Facebook Live. And I hope you guys get to figure out know more about me. Um, I am just Mailman Mechanic. How did I come up with that name? Well, I'm a mailman. I have been for about 17 years. Doesn't seem like it's been that long, but it has. And then, but even before that, I've always worked on my own stuff. And so, as a rural carrier like I am, and I'll explain that in a little bit, I have to provide my own postal vehicle, and I have to work on it. Now, I can pay somebody to work on it, but then after a while, I mean, it really doesn't take really even one visit, and you're not making any money. So, how does a rural rural carrier uh, make any money? Well, even though we are federal employees who work for the postal service and all of that stuff, they give us an allowance. It's called equipment maintenance allowance. It's to pay for our fuel, and then supposedly, and for the most part, it does. It pays for your upkeep on that vehicle. So most of the time, if you do the work yourself, you will. Okay, it covers that. And so I've done that for several years and will continue to do that as long as I possibly can. Now, enough about that. I'm glad that many of you have watched my videos online, and I hope that you are really enjoying them. And I'll just keep on putting some more. But hey, do me a favor, really, if you come upon this video later anyway, please like and subscribe. It really helps. Really, that subscription. Um, just give you a little insight. I think this morning I'm at 371 subscribers, which is, hey, thank you for every one of you, 371 subscribers. That is so great. But in order for my channel to get monetized and where I can start making just a little bit of money off of this, which would be great, it really would be. There are some things I really want to do here shortly. But the point of it is, I need 1,000 subscribers. Now I'm going to have plenty of watch hours, but I need you guys to subscribe. So if you're not a subscriber yet, please help a guy out. Okay, subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps me out a whole lot. Now, why did I start the Mailman Mechanic show or the pod? Well, no, it's not even a podcast. So what is it? A video. I did it. Hey, Benjamin, I did it because I just like to share what knowledge I have for other people, especially people who wants to work on their own vehicles. And I'm just doing this so you guys can. Wow, well, you guys are starting to come on. Hello, everybody. So glad that you're tuned in. Hey, Jan, is that it? So, hey, how are you, Mopa Joe? Hey, I like that name. And so, anyway, so why did I start Mailman Mechanic? So I work on my own vehicles, and I really was kind of doing it so I can help other mailmen or other mail people out work on their vehicles. I keep seeing so many people take their vehicles to shops when they can really do it themselves. And if you don't know anything about working on a vehicle, I would say start on the brakes. Now, if you can change your brakes, you can save yourself so much money. And I really like to teach people how to save money. So so anyway, that's why I do that. Now, hey, I can't leave where I'm at right now very well because I'll lose signal, and this thing will it'll lose signal and won't be able to talk to y'all. If guys have any questions, hey, I'll be glad to answer them. Um, but anyway, I got some projects that I really would like to share with you guys. I got a little 1983 Mazda B2000. Doesn't have an engine. Pulled it out. Life got busy, and I never got it done. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with that thing. And it's if you watch any of my videos, you'll see it in the background. That is a stick shift vehicle, and not many people can drive a stick shift. It seems like anymore. I know overseas a lot of people do, but here in the U.S. it's not so much of a thing anymore. So I would love to get that on the road. I'm thinking about putting a big old engine in that thing and just making it scream. Um, Probably call it the Death Trap. I don't know. It's just it's it. And the reason I like that '83 pickup is because when I was my first truck as a high school student was a 1981 Ford Courier, and man, I drove that thing all over the place. Eventually, I gave it a paint job, worked all summer long, saved up about $800, paid somebody to give it a paint job, and it was fire engine red at the bottom, and the cab was white with the grill being white. Um, I thought it looked awesome, and a lot of people did too. And then I sold it. Have you ever kind of started thinking about some of your life choices and you go, oh man, I wish I hadn't done that? That was probably the first of two vehicles that I ever regretted selling. The second being a 1975 Jeep DJ. You ever seen those old postal Jeeps? You know, it was a Jeep with a weird looking box on it. Well, I got a hold of one. I cut the top off, put a roll cage in it, completely repainted the whole thing, and then I sold it. And I really wish this day I had not done that. But anyway, so if you have been enjoying my videos and you want me to tackle a project, I don't know, brakes on your particular vehicle, or if you want me to go into more about what it is to be a postal rural carrier, any of the pros or cons, tools that I use, maybe some suggestions like that 1983 Mazda B2000, or let's see, I got that white mail van that I have featured on here, but the transmission gave up the ghost, and so I have to figure out what I'm going to do with that thing. Finding a transmission for that cheap is getting harder. But so yeah, again, I'm Brian. Thank you all for watching my videos. I got some more that's about to come out. Um, give you a hint, I got a Power Wheels. My daughter has a Power Wheels Jeep, and she doesn't quite like driving it too much, but I think I'm gonna give it some extra power and see what she thinks about it then. So that be coming out here soon. I've got some brake jobs to do. I got an engine that I'm pulling out of a XB, and I'm gonna put another one in there, stuff like that. So anyway, again, thank you guys for watching my videos. If you ever want me to clarify something, I do read the comments and I try to keep up on it. Sometimes they kind of get away from me, but I'll try to help you out as much as I can. So, what got me into mechanicing? Well, it wasn't my job as a trade. I tell you what got me in. I was a very poor college student. I lived about my college was about, I guess, about an hour and away from where I grew up at. And then I met this pretty girl. She lived 2 hours away from me, and so I decided, hey, I like that sugar. I like being around that girl, and so I decided, I had a '88 Ford Ranger, just a stick shift, 5-speed stick shift, 4-cylinder, and I would drive that thing back and forth to school. One night, I met what was going to be my future wife. I wanted to see her a lot. Now she lived 2 hours away from my college, so I would drive back and forth, and that truck broke down so many times. Now, granted, I bought it for $500. What can you expect? So, I mean, I learned how the first trip I ever took it in with her. I got on the interstate. I was going to take her home. Been driving a vehicle for about a week already, just locally around town. Didn't notice anything wrong with it. I was on the interstate and I overheated spectacularly. Um, Kind of find out the radiator was covered with mud. So the guy who had it before me was had gone mudding in it, and I didn't know it. And so the radiator was almost completely stopped up, and I drove it, blew the head gasket, and cracked three of the valves completely. Just destroyed the top part of that engine. I had an uncle, Uncle Joey. Thank you, Joey. He's what really got me interested into mechanicking. He helped me take the head off, put another one on, the whole works, and from that point on, I was bit, and I knew that hey, I can do this. And so one of the things I love to do on Mailman Mechanic is show you guys how to work on your vehicles so you can save money. So you're not dependent on the shop charging you whatever they want to charge, or let's say the shop is just way behind and you're without your vehicle for 3, 4, 5, 6. I've even heard people being without their vehicle for 2 or 3 months because the shop just hasn't had the time to get to it. Well, a lot of it is real simple stuff. So if I can teach you how to do that, hey, my purpose has been fulfilled. All right, Mailman Mechanic. And again, if you're watching this, thank you so much. Please subscribe to the show. Guys, it really helps me out. So I haven't had anybody else comment here in just a little bit, so I'm about to leave. But I appreciate Benjamin. I appreciate Mopa, Jan, all kind of folks, just saying hi. So thank you, Mailman Mechanic. See you in the next video. Bye bye.